Good morning, puppies. All right, you gotta sit first. Come here. Yes, good job. So every morning when I come out here, they have to sit before I let them out. So that way it shows what we call patience or manding. What are you doing? Good job. These guys are doing so well. Look at you, mister. Very good. Your family is going to be super happy because no families want jumping puppies. So the goal is to get them to sit down before I let them come out. Sometimes I have to help them out a little bit. Oh, that was so close. You can do it. There we go. Good. But just knowing how, yes, knowing how many families are going to get just one of these adorable puppies, it just makes me really happy. Who is still barking? Do you need a little hug? Come here. There you go. They just get so excited to see me in the morning. And I know for other people that might be a little loud, but I get used to it. But every day it gets better and better and better because they know that they're not going to get out until they're sitting and just being patient. And so we work on that together. But I have out all their toys. We're working on the coolaroo, working on the wobble boards, and just getting them set up in a big area so they can have some good run around time so that way they can play while I'm getting into their area to do some of their cleaning. And we have their potty trays out to catch accidents so that way they can just practice doing their potty training while they're here. But we have Sadie's puppies out here, and her puppies are mediums. Mosley is the dad of that litter, and they are just they're much smaller mediums, but definitely bigger. They feel a lot bigger compared to like an Ava puppy. Ava's puppies are F1BBs, and so they're gonna be my mini doodles, and they almost, oh, where you going? They almost all have curly coats. So they just have these cute little curls that are gonna make them look like the perfect teddy bear, and they are just super adorable. But Nipsey is their dad. And I don't think I mentioned that Sadie's puppies are F1Bs. And so you have that different generation of the level of amount of poodle in there. And so the F1BBs are super helpful for families that have a ton of allergies because they just are the most hypoallergenic. Oh my goodness, what are you guys doing? They are doing so good on being patient. I am really, really proud of them. But we set up these developmental things like the coolaroo and the wobble boards because they've already done this. They've actually graduated from these things, but it gives them a reminder of all the things that they need to continue to work on while we're progressing to their next things that they're working. So Sadie's puppies are working on this manding, but then also working on the stairs. And then Ava's puppies are working on the coolaroo, and they're gonna lead to the steps this week. So a lot of training before they head home. But since I've got all of this out, I'm gonna let them have a good play session and get a lot of this energy out, and I am gonna jump in their area and start cleaning. I train our puppies to use Little Wolf's potty trays, and it has been a game changer for keeping their areas and themselves much cleaner. The design allows them to walk on the top of the trays while their pee and poop falls through to the pad below, preventing them from stepping in it. Occasionally, I'll spot a puppy hanging out on the tray as if it was a coolaroo, but it's still better than having them dig in the litter box or shred pads. In the beginning, I surround them with 4 trays to help them understand the layout of their nursery. I divide it into sleeping, eating, and potty areas. And at 4 to 5 weeks old, they instinctively know to move away from their sleeping and eating spot to go use the bathroom. As they get older, I notice their poop is more concentrated on fewer trays. And when one has less poop on it, I know it's time to remove it. Sadie and Ava's puppies are already down to just 2 trays. While there might be an occasional accident, by the time they reach 8 weeks, they're quite good at using the trays. It's really exciting to watch them learn, and it helps them transition to crate training at home. It reinforces the separation of their sleep and play areas. Some of our families even continue to use the tray at home, which minimizes accidents in those first few months. Guys, I have something that I want to show you. It's something that we've been waiting for a long time. I know it's just a pee pad to most people, but I love it. It's purple. So you might have used our first pee pads, and those were awesome. I really enjoyed those. But these pee pads have a ton of extra features that I am super excited about, and I know are gonna help a lot of people. So the first great thing, other than the fact that it's purple, is that it has charcoal in it. That's gonna mask a lot of the odors that people have when their dog is using a pee pad either inside, or you're a breeder like me and you're having a lot of pee pads around. The second thing is that it has these nice tabs on the back. So your little puppy with these little tiny paws are not gonna be able to get in and pull it out, because I know that the worst thing in the world is to come downstairs with a shredded pad. So hopefully that will eliminate that. The other cool thing is if you're a new puppy owner and you're trying to work on potty training, is it's got a pheromone inside. Oh, all right, wiggle, wiggle. It's got a pheromone inside, and so that's gonna draw the puppy over to use it. You know, kind of like a dog when they're outside and they wanna pee directly on the spot that some other dog has peed in. Same concept. They'll follow it and use it, which will be great. And then the last part that I love is just the absorbency. These things are super absorbent. I have been able to utilize them overnight. I've had them for about a week now, and it's so much nicer than waking up and cleaning up pee underneath the pads. Oh, that is just gross. I don't like doing that. And I've had to use another brand for about a month now, and I am so glad that I have mine back. So by the time this video comes out, they're either going to be on pre-order or they're in stock. So if you want to use the Doodles of NC code, please use that to get 10% off. I'll make sure JP puts the link in below. But now these guys need a little bit of a rest, and we'll do our training after lunch. The morning wraps up with me and the girls doing school, and I absolutely love having them at home and watching them learn and grow. Aubrey had such a big win today. Her lesson involved Oreos. Who knew learning about the phases of the moon could be so much fun? Seeing her excitement reminded me how much joy comes from hands-on learning. Sometimes when I get really busy, like today, recording this video, I can't make it to the gym. But recently I bought a used Peloton and I am absolutely hooked. This brings back so many memories of doing rides during COVID. Remember we were all shut down? Having the music is a blast. But hey, if this video is helpful to you, can you do me a favor and give it a like? It really helps get this video recommended to new people. Afterward, we had lunch as a family and before jumping back into training mode. The puppies love playing together, so letting everyone out is important to their social well-being. But first up, it's Sadie's puppies. They're working on mastering the stairs, which means plenty of encouragement as they tackle those second and third steps. Most have nailed the first step and are becoming great little jumpers. The cutest ones are Mr. Lime Green and Miss Purple. They absolutely love playing with me and always want to be in my lap. I'm their biggest motivator when it comes to getting down those steps, and if I'm at the top, they'll even climb up most of the way to be with me. Ava's puppies, who are so tiny compared to Sadie's, well, except for Mr. Lime Green, who's my chunky little guy, they're working on climbing on and off the coolaroo. With their tiny legs, it's a real challenge. I help out some of them, like Miss Red and Miss Lime Green, by giving them a little stretch. They try their hardest, and it is so rewarding to watch their determination. Snuggling with them afterwards is such a treat, and if they can't quite make it off the coolaroo, I place a dog bed beside it, giving them a little half step to practice on. It's so fun to watch them learn and grow, and every day is bringing new milestones. You guys did such a good job on your training today. Sometimes progress can be a little slow, and then sometimes like today, they do amazing things, like Miss Red and Miss Yellow coming off of the coolaroo to the bed. That was a huge improvement. But in the next 4 to 5 hours, I have to do emails, responding to people, right? find some puppy applications that I need to answer, and the endless amounts of laundry. I know, I feel the same way. Between my family and these puppies, it goes on constantly. Those 4 to 5 hours are gonna go by super fast. And right after dinner, I'll be back to play some more. Guys, I'll be right back. I don't know about you guys, but my 4 to 5 hours turned into like 6 or 7 hours. It's 10:13, the puppies are out playing, but I completely forgot their new toys that I had got for them. And oh yeah, make sure you turn on your notifications because Piper actually just had her puppies yesterday, and you will not want to miss next week's video. They are so cute and tiny. And I make sure I get the puppies all sorts of toys. We rotate them about every other day just to make sure that they can have exposures to different sounds, crinkles, textures, all kinds of stuff. And honey, come on, let's go play. Come on, honey bun. Oh, babies, you're back. All right, new toys to play with. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. They love the variety of sounds, and for some reason, this group really likes this crinkle sound. And we have different types of squeakers and all kinds of fun stuff. Right, honey bun? Pew. And then we put out the rest of the items, like the wobble board and the tunnel, just to make sure that they get exposure to all the things that they've been practicing up until this point. But you know what? I have to get into their area, clean one more time, do my mopping, and then wear these guys out so they'll have a good night's sleep. I definitely know that I will. So you guys have a great night, and I'll see you next week.